Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great day of the Daily Antidote of Song. I am Kathy Bullock and so happy to see all of you here, those who are on YouTube, on Facebook, and those who are in the village with us on Zoom. Welcome, welcome. Before we even get started, we're going to have a word from our fearless, wonderful leader, Joe Rossi. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you so much, Kathy B. Thanks everybody on the live stream for being here today, and thanks everybody in the room for being here. So I want to make a statement on behalf of the Daily Antidote and all of the people who work with us and for us. We had a situation recently in our room where a very harmful word was used in the context of trying to have an anti-racist or an activist conversation. So I want everyone to understand I'm not making any excuses for anyone, but I would like everyone to understand sort of a little bit of how it came about. The conversation was about activism and included race, and one person misstepped and one person had their feelings hurt, and they both, in the context of the situation, did a really good thing. The hurt person spoke up, and the person who had said the harmful word apologized. And it doesn't make any of it go away. It doesn't immediately fix it. But what it does do is it creates a space for more conversation. This was a community in conversation with everyone trying to come from a good place. And so I want to let everybody know that there are all day yesterday and still continuing conversations going on behind the scenes from all the folks who were involved. And that one of the things we're doing is we're looking at a forum to have a Daily Antidote of Song community conversation soon, to which all of you will be invited. And I just want to close out what I'm talking about by saying two things that I think help us to understand a little bit about how things happen. So someone texted me yesterday and reminded me that in Dan Zane's Constructive White Conversation group that a lot of us attend and that is open to anyone. So if you have not ever attended, please feel free to come. And the conversation group is intended to be a space for white people to discuss things without putting the responsibility for the discussions on people of color. So please check out the website and see what that's all about. But in that space, there have been discussions about the use of harmful words in the context of trying to tell an anti-racist story. And the person who texted me yesterday said, "We saw today how hurtful it is to do that, even with good intentions." So I think that's a really great takeaway from the recent conversation that happened in here. And I want to close by saying a quote by Bernice Johnson Reagan, who has said, "If you are not having uncomfortable conversations, you're not part of a community." And I think that really what happened yesterday is because people were trying to discuss the uncomfortable aspects of conversations that need to be had in our world, in our globe, in this room. So I want to apologize to anyone who was hurt yesterday from the Daily Antidote, from all of us, and to say we hope that you will all engage with us in more conversations moving forward. Thank you so much. Back to you, Kathy B. Oops, you're muted. Kathy B, you're muted. Muted.
Oh, I was going on and nobody heard me. I said, thank you, Joe, for your words and your love and your care that came through so clearly and always does in what you speak. We start where we start, y'all, and how we move forward. We got to go through what we have to go through to get to a place that's better for all of us. And that's part of the journey. And I'm so happy to be a part of that journey with all of you. Gives me a lot of hope. So as we move on, not away from, but continuing on this journey of us moving together and forward, let's let me say hello to each one of you individually and then invite our fabulous guest to come and share a song that's like apropos for what's happening. First of all, Hello, Jaden, who is our tech person. And Joe, did I tell you you're marvelous today? You're marvelous today and marvelous every day. Love you much. Elizabeth, we'll hear more about Elizabeth Melvin, who's going to be our guest here. And let's see who else I have. Kevin in DC. Hi to you, Kathy in Virginia. Athena in Brooklyn. Becky in the British Columbia. Trish in Victoria. Susan and Deborah in Kentucky down the road from me. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm in Kentucky too, y'all. And let's see, Ann in Knoxville, Susan in Ohio, Aloysius, hello, in Massachusetts, Julie in Ontario, Sheila in Florida, Bob in Albany, Hindi, hello, Jim Harkless in Maryland, Carolyn, she reminds us that this is day 1,279. Let me repeat, day 1,279 that we have been on the Daily Antidote of Song every day, sharing joy, love, hope, sometimes with situations that might feel a little uncomfortable, which is part of our growth to move to better. If it was all fun and no problems, we wouldn't have any issues. Duh. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Carolyn. I said Caroline, but Carolyn from Boise. Kathy in the Denver. And let's see, there's Storm in Massachusetts. Kay in Texas. Hey, Ruth in Birmingham in the UK. Hoda in the British Columbia. Let's see, I turned my page. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it not showing people? Okay, there's Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you in New Hampshire. And I think that's Gary, my friend Gary in Massachusetts. Bob and Mabel and their fabulous bears. Carolyn in D.C. Annette in California. Martha in Oregon. Deli in Silver Spring. Nancy and her cow. Linda in the Orcas Islands. Leanna. Hey, Leanna, my friend. And Mommy Grandma. And Elizabeth in California. Then we don't have the video, but we have folks joining us. We have wonderful Bronwyn from Victoria. We have Moon. We have, let's see. I saw Carolyn in the Lynn in Kentucky. There's someone else in Vermont, but I can't see the name. Oh, Kat in Vermont. So I hope, Curly Tops. In Vermont. Okay, y'all. I think we got everybody that I acknowledged here. Welcome. We love you. We're delighted to see all of you. And I get the honor to introduce the great Elizabeth Melvin. I got to sing with her. Was that this year, Elizabeth? Oh my God. Y'all, we were by the ocean and the bay and singing and just having a fabulous time. She is coming to you, no stranger to the Daily Antidote of Song. Carolyn is from, Lord have mercy. Elizabeth is from Annapolis, Maryland. She directs the Freedom Choir there, which during the pandemic met along with Rise and Sing. I think that was another organization, but the Freedom Choir meets Wednesdays and Thursdays now weekly. She's gonna do a show. She's gonna tell you about a show that's coming up really soon in another group, Bossa Nova Quartet. In the meantime, she's a singer, songwriter, choral director, arranger, and just an all-around fab person. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth.
Oh my God. How can I follow that up? Kathy, you are a saint. I love you. And I'm so glad I got to meet you in person in June.
Girl, we were hanging out and having a blast. I was so much fun.
And we had some good conversations, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Good one-on-one conversations. I got to connect with Jo in person. Never met her in person either, so that was a great time. So, this song I'm going to lead you in today is fairly simple once you get the hang of the format. And it's called You Have a Voice. And when Jaden puts the words up, you'll see that underneath it says Elizabeth Melvin, October 2020. Let's see if that was included. Yeah, and if you think back to what was happening in October 2020, that was the month before the 2020 election. And I was really feeling a bit powerless at everything that was going on and like, what can I do? And, then I just said, well, you have a voice. You can do something with it. So that's why I wrote this song. So let me start off by just singing it through for you. Once you get the hang of it, just sing along with me. The words are right there. And then we're going to build it up with harmonies and an answering echo. Okay? So it goes like this. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. And stand your ground. Let your voice resound. Go on and use it. And don't refuse it. No dreams deferred. Let your voice be heard. Go on and use it. And you won't lose it. Oh, and be strong and choose it. Stand up for right. Put your voice in the fight. Go on and use it. And you won't lose it. So that's the whole song. It has the same melody throughout. So the way we make it a little more powerful is to add in some harmonies and an echo. So the soprano harmony would be, you have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it, and before you lose it, and stand your ground, let your voice resound. Go on and use it, and don't refuse it. So you got that, sopranos? How many sopranos we got here in the room? Raise your hand if you're a soprano. I see one, Ann in Knoxville. All right, so do we have tenors in the room? Where my tenors at, as Shelley Enser likes to say. Where my tenors at? And you're supposed to go, yeah. Right. Okay, so the tenor part goes, you have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. And stand your ground. Let your voice resound. Go on and use it. And don't refuse it. I hope I was in the right key with that. But you'll hear it's going to come in, each harmony is going to come in one by one. It's going to start with the main melody, then it's going to add the soprano, then the tenor. So just latch on to what you want. And after we hear the first verse 3 times as the voices enter in, and then it starts to scroll through the rest of the words. You with me so far? You with me so far? So far? Then there's going to be an answer coming in. Once we get to, and stand your ground, let your voice resound. Oh, actually, it comes in, you have a voice. It's going to go, you have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. And then you'll hear, and stand your ground. Let your voice resound. Let your voice resound. Go on and use it before you lose. Then don't refuse it. Do you get what I'm saying? You'll hear it. You'll hear the answer, so you can choose to sing the answer part, which is kind of loose and free and like really resounding. Or you can keep going with the engine, which is the main, you have a voice, so make a choice, whatever empowers you more. Just switch or go with that, or switch back and forth. It's really fun. Okay. It's fun with a message, which is the best kind of fun, right? What do you think? Fun with a message. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it.
You have a voice,
so make a choice. Go on and use it
before you lose it. Stand your ground.
Stand your ground.
Let your voice resound.
Let your voice resound.
Go on and use it.
it. And don't refuse it. No dreams deferred. Let your voice be heard. Go on and use it. Be strong and choose it. Stand up for right. Put your voice in the fight. Go on and use it. And you won't lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. It's real quick.
Wow! I could be singing that all evening. Thank you. Wow! Wow! I was just getting on. I love the word you said, the engine running, and
Yeah.
continue on.
Yeah.
You have a voice.
Yes.
Make up your choice. Go on and use it. We'll make it lose it. You have a choice.
Oh, I love it.
Woo!
Okay, Kathy, let's record this song with you on keyboards, okay? Enough of this a cappella stuff. I'd love to have a keyboard backing. Yeah!
I just happen to have it in front of me. You know, I carry it with me everywhere I go. You know?
Right.
No, that song is so wonderful. It seeks way down in the soul. As you were teaching it to us, and after listening to what Joe said, I wanted to share with y'all that today is the anniversary of the birth date of Fannie Lou Hamer, who was Black civil rights activist, fiery woman who said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she said, we need to speak our voice. And she was all about speaking, even if it might cost her life. And she was brutally beaten for it, for speaking up for what's right and for what's true. So she's the epitome of what you taught us. We have a voice.
Wow. I'm
Go
honored
on
to
and
hear
use
that. We learned a song from Arne this summer. I was live with Arne up at Omega, and it's a song that most of you probably know. We who believe in freedom cannot rest, which is the words of Fannie Lou Hamer.
Ella Baker.
Ella Baker.
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
But they were contemporaries,
Yeah,
and both of them fierce women, absolutely. Because Fannie was singing "This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine." But absolutely, Ella Baker was a fierce activist and person. Yes, and she says, "We who believe in freedom cannot rest." Right.
Well, I felt like also everybody on this Zoom call, this daily antidote of song, is an activist as well. And that was the other reason I wanted to bring this song to you, so you'd have something to carry with you to your protests and your letter writing and your standing up with your voice.
Thank you. And there's so many ways in which that happens. And it's learning how to use it in a way that is going to uplift. And sometimes in that use, you take a wrong turn or whatever. But if you don't even try, it never gets better. So thank you absolutely for that song. Woo! Now, what are you going to be doing with this bossa nova thing? Shifting. We'll come back to this voice, y'all.
All right. So over the pandemic and a little bit before that, I was partnering with a wonderful guitarist and vocalist here in Annapolis, Maryland, named Dick Roush. And we have put together a show of bossa nova and bossa nova inspired covers, like pop songs that we turn into bossa novas. And we are closing out the final concert of the Annapolis Jazz and Roots Festival here in Annapolis on November 12th, Sunday, November 12th. And we have some killer people playing with us. Leo Lucini and his brother Bruno Lucini. They're Brazilians. Leo on bass and Bruno on percussion, and Harry Appleman on keyboards, on piano. And we've got a Steinway Baby Grand in the site where we're going to be performing. So that is awesome. He's going to be playing the piano. So I'm really excited about that. And I sent Jaden a link for tickets in case any of you, like Kevin in DC and Kathy in Virginia, and let's see, who else? Well, Joe in Tacoma Park, and let's see, Caroline in DC. If you want to come down and check us out on November 12th. I'd love to see you, and I would love for you to come up and greet me and say how you know me, from the Daily Antidote of Song.
Wow, road trip, ready to
Yeah.
go. Oh man, that sounds so cool. So Jaden, thank you. She has put into the link that information and about your Freedom Choir. That tell us a little bit about that group.
Okay, so the Freedom Choir started actually 13 years ago this month, after I returned from the community choir leadership training with Dennis Donnelly and Siobhan Robinsong in Victoria, Canada. A shout out to Victoria, my friends there on this call right now. Hi Trish, yay. I see you. And it was absolutely life-changing, and I came back to Annapolis and I started a choir, which I then called Life Songs Community Choir. And I changed it to the Freedom Choir, and I want to tell you why. I was in a workshop with Leah Gilmore, the great singer Leah Gilmore from Baltimore, and she talked about having the freedom of your voice. Just singing is freedom. And I said, I want to call my choir the Freedom Choir. And I got pushback from one member of my choir who said, oh, I don't want anything political. And I said, wait a minute, what is political about the Freedom Choir? Freedom. Some people have co-opted that word, and I'm taking it back to mean what it means. It means liberation. So the tagline of my the Freedom Choir is liberate your voice. So if you go to my website, it's the Freedom Choir, liberate your voice. So
Woo! I love it.
yeah, and we're all about welcoming singers from all over who want to sing songs that uplift and have messages, and we're nonpartisan and we are non-ecumenical. So there you go. You're all welcome to come. We're not online though, so you can't come unless you live nearby.
Oh man, I would just want to fly in on every Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
Somebody said land of the free and the home of the brave. Yes, indeedy, that word, bringing it back for what it really means, liberation,
And
invitation to all.
Look what Kevin said. Not fries. Do you all remember Freedom Fries?
No.
That was like a slam against the French when they weren't they weren't supporting something that somebody wanted them to support. So we said, let's not call them French fries anymore. Let's call them Freedom Fries. Yeah. So
Wow, Kevin. Moving right along.
yeah.
Well, I tell you what. Trish says Kathy, Dick, and Dennis are currently doing the training right now for the community choirs. It's fabulous work that they're doing, and people such as yourself, products of that phenomenal organization, and doing your own thing. I'm just so grateful to know you and to see and hear and be inspired by the work that's going on.
Yeah.
It's not like it's over. It's not at the beginning. It's not at the end. It's an ongoing journey.
That's right.
And it invites you to be all in.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because the result is so important. I mean, the end result for all of us.
Yeah.
So I thank you, Elizabeth, for being all in and using your voice. Thank you for every person here who continues to do that and feel inspired today, feel uplifted today. And as one person said, as we talk, if there's something that comes out that ends up hurting other ones, they speak on it, and we learn from that experience, and we move forward. Better, involved, and engaged.
Yes.
It's not for the faint of heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Not
And
for the faint of heart.
may singing take us forward into that work,
Yes. So with that,
Yes.
let's sing again.
Okay.
Oh, somebody has a birthday today. I think it's Elizabeth Seckley. Where I don't see her on here, but she does. So we're doing a shout out to you as we sing again. You have a voice.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Are we ready? Okay, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it. before you lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it before you lose it. Stand your ground. Let your voice resound. Go on and use it. And don't refuse it. No dreams deferred. Let your voice be heard. Go on and use it. Be strong and choose it. Stand up for right. Put your voice in the fight. Go on and use it. And you won't lose it. You have a voice, so make a choice. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Go on and use it, and never lose it. Yay, y'all.
Fire! I saw y'all. I felt it all the way through these waves, the video waves. That's my new word for Zoom. And all those in Facebook and YouTube. Take that to the bank and you can, oh my goodness. We each have a voice and we have a choice. Don't lose it before you lose it. Woo! Yes!
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, I'm
Thanks
feeling
for
fired
tuning
up now.
on.
I'm telling you, Elizabeth. Wow. Joe, did you want to come back and share some final words with us before we say goodbye?
Just that we made a statement at the beginning of today's Daily Antidote. And if you missed it, please go to our YouTube channel. Jaden will throw a link in the chat and watch today's video so you can hear what we said at the beginning of today. Thank you to everybody in this community who makes this community what it is. I'm grateful to all of you. And I'm also shouting out Elizabeth's birthday. She is in the room with us today. And after we close today, if you want to stay for a little extra birthday celebrations, please do. Thanks. Back to you, Kathy.
All right, Joe. So I'll say goodbye to everybody. Use it before you lose it. Woo! Now, so I'll say see you later to everyone and those remaining as well. Lots of love to all of you. And thank you those who've joined us in Facebook and YouTube. And if this is your first time, don't let it be your last. Just think you've been missing 1,278 days because this is the next one. So thank you all for joining us today. Kathy Bullock coming from Kentucky. That's moi. Thank you, Elizabeth, for fabulous, as you always do, bringing fabulous songs. They are so to the point and easy, and it's just like you put it on and it fits so well. Thank you for joining us, Kevin in DC, Athena in Brooklyn, Trish in Victoria, I saw your smile earlier, Susan, and in Knoxville, Susan in Ohio, Julie in Ontario, Sheila in Florida, Bob in Albany, Jim in Maryland, Kay in Texas, yes, Ruth in Birmingham. I'll see you. Well, no, I won't see you, but I'll be near there when I'm in Scotland in about a week from now. But Kevin, good to see you, always. Linda in Orcas Islands, Bob and his bear from Massachusetts. I see my fabulous Jaden tech person again, and a thank you for always keeping us focused and be able to do this thing. And then in California, oh, I love your red and white. And Joe, fabulous Joe. Thank you, darling. Martha in Oregon, Clive in Birmingham, Susan in Tacoma Park. I'm trying to play the song while I do this, but I keep losing the screen on me, y'all. I'm trying my best. There's Kathy in Virginia, and Carolyn is with Christy. Hey, Christy. And always wonderful to see your beautiful smile, Carolyn. Oh Oh my God, there's my family over there. There is Leanna and mommy, grandma, and all the curly tops. Ooh, love yous. It's good to see you. Deli in Silver Spring, Storm in Massachusetts. And let me see, let me move my screen over here. Who am I missing? Oh, Deborah in Kentucky. Oh, there's Kathy in Denver, Carolyn in DC. Storm, did I say see you later to you in Massachusetts? Thank you. Gary, hey, always good to see you. Love to Christine. And Aloysius, thank you for joining us. Hoda, thank you so much. There's Don Willard without the curly tops. Hey, and Elizabeth in California. Diane, is that Elizabeth, our birthday person? All right. And then Diane Weinstein, thank you for joining us, Diane. Nancy, Hindi, Moon, Lynn in Connecticut, Kat in Vermont, Jane in Texas, and Elizabeth, I hope you have a fabulous birthday. And each one of you, I wish for you a fabulous day. See ya! You have a voice, then make a choice. Come on and use it.